don't know if this is working. If this is working and anyone's here, could you let me know, please? If this is working and anyone... Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. Okay, so it is working. How are you? Hey, Imogen. Hey, Mega Super Wind. How are you guys? Oh, it is so cold here in Melbourne. I'm really upset to be back after being in Timor. Hello, hello. Okay, some people are here. That's nice. I know it's a Monday evening, so I wasn't sure if anyone would want to come on, but so here in London, I am jealous. Timor, for anyone not following along at home, I just spent the last 2 weeks in Timor-Leste, which is, hi Tracy, thank you, is kind of like, it's near Indonesia, you know, it's north of Australia, it's still in the southern hemisphere, but it's very warm. And so it was always kind of like low to mid 30s, but quite high humidity. So I just loved it as someone who grew up in Queensland. And then I come back to this weather and it's awful. It's so cold and so windy. So I'm a little upset. But anyway, I just thought I'd come on and say hi. Because I know I've been uploading. I had videos scheduled for the last couple of weeks. Just to kind of, you know, keep you guys, keep some videos coming out, but I haven't really been online in the last couple of weeks, so I thought I'd come and say hi. Oh, thanks, Imogen. My Instagram is a little bit, it's a little less, what do you call it? I don't know. It's a little bit more all over the place than my YouTube channel is. So people either love it or hate it. It's more for me than YouTube is. Anything above 70 is too hot for me. What's that like in Celsius? I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, isn't it? Sweatshirt weather. Is sweatshirt, they're jumpers, yeah? I'm wearing a jumper. Very cozy jumper. Cloudy day in Sweden. It is so windy. We're having gale force winds right now. Trying to like open and shut doors, and the doors like fling open, and oh, it's pretty intense after having spent like the most beautiful fortnight in Timor. I'm not enjoying the weather. Hello. Oh, hey Sammy, hey Angelo. Hello everybody. How are you all? Is it Monday for everybody? Because I know I'm quite a ways in front of most of you. Missed this morning in Wales. Oh, fancy. How magical and fantastic. Never liked that girl, Gail. Ooh, who don't we like? Sorry, getting my gossip on. I'm confused. 7:18 a.m. on Monday morning. Well, morning. Oh, I don't really have any plan with this. Monday morning, coffee, thanks. Cheers, I'm having a cup of tea. Always have a cup of tea. Who here is like coming over from Instagram? I'm curious. I don't know how much of like a crossover I have from YouTube to Instagram. So if you don't know, I posted on Instagram a couple of hours ago asking if anybody would be keen for a live chat. And I had, you know, a few of you saying, yeah. I'm like, okay. Welcome back. Hope you had a good time. I had an amazing time. I can't quite even begin. I haven't processed it all. I did take some little snippets here and there. I'm going to see if I can put a vlog together. but I'm not sure how it's going to work. I think it's going to be a bit disjointed, but I want to do that for me anyway. But I had a, like, kind of one of those, I don't want it to sound cliche and pretentious, but I do feel like Timor changed me a bit. It was a pretty impactful, a very impactful trip. You know I'm on YouTube, but I came to watch because I saw your story. Yay, thanks Sammy. You were one of the people that voted yes, so thank you. Up all night working on my tarot, as in you're making a tarot deck? That's pretty amazing. I don't know if I can click on you anyway. That's amazing. Both on Instagram and YouTube. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Ramco. Yeah, I think I have quite a lot of crossover. I think it's the people who really quite like me. That sounds funny, but because my Instagram is so all over the place, it's not just tarot or paganism, it's, you know, my dogs and trips and whatever, like, and cute pictures of Blair and I. Like, it's a little bit of everything. So people who are just here on the YouTube channel for deck reviews or whatever, they probably wouldn't like my Instagram very much. So I figure the people who actually kind of like me follow me on Instagram. Good morning. Hello. I know, this is my third one. That's crazy, isn't it? Learning it. Okay. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. Although, if you ever do get around to making a tarot, that's pretty exciting too. Has anyone here made a tarot deck, whether just for themselves or to sell? I just wouldn't even know where to begin, really. Don't know if I don't know. There's so many wonderful decks out there. It's hard to imagine having enough of a new perspective to create my own deck, but and yet people keep doing it, which is amazing. Oh, a few of you have. I don't have an artistic bone in my body. Imogen, I think you're a very creative person, but I can appreciate that sense that, you know, perhaps we're creative in other ways that don't involve art making, maybe. That's kind of how I feel. Quite a few of you have made them. That's amazing. Jessica, okay, so Barefoot Taurus, like watching me, Sammy, Imogen, and Jessica. Which Jessica? There's a few Jessicas. I'm assuming you mean Imogen and Sammy, who are in the chat now, which I agree. They're both wonderful. I love them both. Anything arts and crafts? No. Fair enough, yes. Never did, thought about it a couple times. Yeah. Oh, Sammy, you're going to make a deck too. How exciting. I kind of want there to be a Dr. Zeus deck. Maybe I could do that. I would like put the bits of a Dr. Zeus like artwork into a deck. I could do that. That would be cool. The Story Witch Jessica. Yes, okay. Awesome. I do like her. I only discovered her not too long ago. But I do quite like her videos. Sammy, a Dr. Zeus tarot deck? I know, I agree. Oh. So how are you all? Is there anything you'd like me to talk about, or am I just chatting? It's so lovely to see you all and be able to talk to you all again. It's funny, I know, you know, I'm not, you know, our YouTube family is in a different world, but I missed you. I did, I missed you. It's a beautiful teacup, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? And yes, I know I'm not done up, I haven't done my hair, haven't done my makeup, whatever. This is my favorite mug. I love it. I've had it for years. Reading any good books? Well, I'm still reading the books that I spoke about recently, which was The Lucky Galah by Tracy Sorensen. Was it you, Sammy, who asked me what the hell a galah is? I'm still reading that because I didn't get a chance to do much reading while I was away. I'm still reading Aid and Activism, which is a book about Sammy, which is a book about Timor. I bought another book about Timor that I want to read. I did get the new Fiddler's Green, which I'm really excited about. I didn't take it on the trip because, you know, I didn't take any decks with me either, so I I didn't have any tarot decks, any pagan spiritual books. It was really quite weird. I was like a muggle for 2 weeks. Not that I had a lot of time. So yeah, I did actually yesterday buy a couple of poetry books from a secondhand bookshop that I went into, and I read one yesterday. It was like local poems. So there was one about Footscray, which is a suburb I live in. That was cool. Agree on your teacup. Yes, I love it. How was my trip? That's a big question. Yeah, and I also found a Margaret Atwood book that I didn't have yet. It's one of her like collections. She has a few collections of short stories. It's one of her older ones. So I found that too, which was very exciting. No, I didn't have time to read any of the books I took with me, really. Which I suppose is... I actually did buy a book while I was there too. There wasn't... We found a bookshop that had a few English books that were like about Timor. So I bought a couple. Which was cool. I also bought like a little English to Tibetan translator book. But yeah, my trip was incredible. It was the best 2 weeks the most impactful best 2 weeks I've had in a long time. It was amazing. It was challenging too, very confronting. You know, the history of Timor is pretty heavy. So, you know, we met and spoke to people who, you know, had been tortured in the late 90s, people who were really huge parts of the resistance movement, people who are now working towards, you know, building a country that they can be proud of and fighting for women's rights in a country that's very patriarchal still. So a lot of really heavy stuff, but also it was really amazing and very inspiring. Yes, it is such a good little magazine, the Fiddlers magazine. For anyone who doesn't know, I only discovered it this year. I think it's fairly new anyway. It's the Fiddler's Green, a peculiar parish magazine. And it's just this really cute kind of indie sort of zine full of pagan-y, witchcrafty things. And I think it comes out quarterly. I've gotten this one and the one before, and I love it. Hello, Simon. Thank you. I love secondhand books. Blair and I went to brunch, and I was like, oh, do you mind if I just pop into the secondhand bookshop? He's like, yeah, all right. 2 hours later. Sorry, babe. All of the cool people are here. All of the cool people are here. Hello, Denmark. Well, hello to Denmark. Best way to learn about a place is through the locals. Yeah, we definitely did. We were even driving around in things that they call microlettes, which are like little minivans, I suppose, but they're all painted brightly coloured, and like the doors don't shut, and they blast really loud Portuguese music. And I think it's very uncommon for foreigners to ride in these microlettes. Normally foreigners will, you know, hire big fancy, you know, buses. And so wherever we went, the locals would start laughing and yell Malay, Malay, which means foreigner, and try and take photos of us. So it was very funny and a lot of fun. Simon, I only just hopped on. I don't know. Can I tell? Oh yeah, like 15 minutes ago. I don't know, ish. So not very long. I don't know how long I'll be on, but I just thought I'd come and say hi. What's behind me? No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to bore you guys with my travel chats, because yeah, I am going to try and put a vlog together, but I don't know how watchable it's going to be. Just because it will be quite disjointed, because we did so much. Like, we went to so many different organizations, and like we met a lot of grassroots organizations, but then also some bigger fancy people. Like, we went to the Australian Embassy and spoke to the Australian ambassador, and we met the Chief Justice of the Court of Appeals, who is essentially, well, is the equivalent for us, the Chief Justice of the High Court. So our highest court. So I think that's the Supreme Court in America. basically like the highest chief justice person in your country. We met him in Timor and spoke to him. So it was pretty intense. And now I have to choose a topic to do an essay on, and I'm going to do disability rights and access or lack of in Timor. So yeah, it was amazing, but we'll see. We will see what this vlog turns out like. At the very least, I think it'll be a cute little scrapbook for me and the people that we went on. Your ramble is informative. That's good, I think. Yeah, it was amazing. I didn't know a whole lot about the history of Timor. Like, I vaguely knew a little bit. Sorry, I have an eyelash. I vaguely knew a little bit, but not enough, especially for such a close neighbour. But the history is fucked up. I'll just say that. If you're interested in having your heart broken and torn out and feeling very borderline ashamed if you're Australian or Indonesian, then do some research. Anyway, it was amazing. Good topic. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Timor's a very interesting place. They've done a lot of work around, especially like women's rights, and some of the people that we met, one is her name's Gisela, and she's the most inspiring woman ever, and they've brought in some amazing legislation, some of which is more effective than others, but there's not, and their constitution is like the most amazing document of human rights, you know, like they're so passionate about human rights, and yet a lack of resources and perhaps a more traditional society or culture means that a lot of minorities still don't have access to education, health, or justice, including people with disabilities. Yeah, and we also, the last day, guys, we found it, we were invited to the second ever Dili Pride March. Their second ever. And we were all so excited. We made banners. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen them. And we all got together and donated some money. Well, we got money together because we were going to buy tickets to this after party. But then the university basically said, no, you know, Timor is a DFAT 3 or 4 country. So basically, you know, there's warnings about safety. So we weren't allowed to go. But then we accidentally did. We got stuck in traffic behind where they were, and so we decided to jump out and catch up, and we walked, and we got to see the Pride Parade, and I got really emotional. It was amazing. So we ended up donating our money to the trans centre, and still got to go to the Pride Parade, which was amazing. And like the second ever, you know, how long has Australia and the US and other, like, you know, this is such an important thing, you know, in a post-conflict country to, you know, have a big group of proud people celebrating themselves and their community. It was amazing. Anyway, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe. I want to go back. It was amazing. Did you take a deck with you? No. I wanted to desperately, and in the end I didn't, because I didn't have a lot of room for packing, for one, but then also I knew that I would be sharing a room with at least one person, and I just didn't know how much time I would have, especially how much time I would have alone. And so I didn't take any spiritual pagan books, I didn't take any decks, I didn't take anything. So I said before, I was a muggle for a fortnight, it was a bit weird, especially, you know, there was a few times where, you know, because we were so busy and we were dealing with some really heavy stuff, and, you know, you guys know my history, I haven't, you know, I struggle emotionally sometimes, and I think that would be normal for anyone in that situation, but also just, you know, my mental health. I found myself wanting to just sit down and draw some cards and take a breath, and I didn't have that option. So it was funny kind of seeing how much I've come to rely on tarot. Not as like a quick fix, just as, you know, it's a self-care tool for me of just like, okay, this is 15 minutes just for me to just kind of work through my emotions. I had to do that on my own in a different way. So no, I didn't have a deck, which was strange. Yeah. But then when I got home, I grabbed the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, and I was thinking of getting a different deck, but then this one was like, no, it's this is the deck I'm going to be using. And I pulled out, just a card popped out for me, and it was the Four of Swords, which was like, dude, you've had a big heavy fortnight, go and have a rest. So that was nice, and it's a really cute little deck. It was a total impulse buy for me though. Oh, sorry, I'm not really following along with the chat. I'm not very good at this yet, guys. Any fun videos you have planned coming up on top of Apostle Travel Vlog? I still have 1 or 2 videos that are scheduled, because you know me, your girl's organised. Hang on, just let me check my diary. I'll let you know. Yeah, actually, I have 2 videos scheduled. One is a therapeutic tarot video. I'm going to be sharing some spreads that I use to kind of help, or have used and do use, with addiction and dependency. So that one's one that's really important to me. I know it won't be the most popular video, because, you know, different topics get more views, but I feel like hopefully it'll be useful to those of you who are interested in that stuff. And then I have just a fun video listing off the decks that are on my wish list at the moment, or most of them anyway, because I always get that question. And I was kind of in between journals for a month or 2, and so I didn't have my list on me, and so I never really answered it properly. I think you guys asked me that last live chat, and I was like, I don't know, a few decks. So just a bit of fun. And then I've just been writing out. I write out every month, because I'm a total geek and a organization nerd. I always write out, have my little, you know, what videos are going up. And then I have videos that I'd like to film. I don't always, like, I have more listed than I actually end up doing, but just kind of have ideas for when I sit down and film, because I like to do a few at a time. So I have a few ideas for what I'm going to be doing. I have to film my July favorites as well. So those are kind of my next videos that I'll be making. If you guys have any requests, as always, feel free to let me know, because, you know, there's a lot. I've made more than 300 videos on my own channel, and then for anyone who doesn't know, I also am on Sammy, I had to approve that comment because you used that word. But don't worry, I like it. I'm also on I have been ever since I started my channel. I am a sub-host on Starting Out Solitary, which is a collaborative pagan channel. Haven't really mentioned that on my channel for a while, but in case you want more of me, there's that. I'm not very good at this. Where was I up to? I'm sorry. If you ask me questions, I don't know where I was up to. Proper break then sometimes, that's good. A proper break from tarot, is that what you meant, Simon? Definitely, I had the full fortnight. No tarot. Sammy, did you just give me $10? Thank you. That's very nice of you. My first super chat. You really didn't have to, but that's very kind of you. I spent a little bit more than I should have in Timor, so that's helpful. Putting it in a swear jar. I like it, I like it. Oh, you guys like my therapeutic tarot videos. That's good, thank you. Les, hey Katie, did you see you've been tagged in Danny Lane's latest video? Yes, I have. And I actually have just started, being the nerd that I am, I literally have just started writing out, you know, I made a cute little page full of the prompts. I'm gonna struggle with this one a little bit, to be honest, because I don't read a lot of fiction. But I think it's a really cool tag, and I'm glad Danny tagged me in it. So yes, I will be doing that. Hopefully, it'll be up sometime next month probably, unless I chicken out. Looking forward to new videos. I have to go now. Okay, bye Jessica. Sorry I didn't see that. You're probably gone now. Oh, Sammy, you did not have to do that, but thank you. That's very kind. Bye, Teresa. Thanks for coming along. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this super chat thing is a really cool idea, I think. You know, I know we're a small community and, you know, our YouTube creators, you know, don't really make much money from YouTube itself. Some of our bigger creators might be full-time, but from the services and products that they sell outside of YouTube. But I like this concept, especially like I've donated to some of the YouTubers that I watch that are, you know, bigger, who, you know, YouTube is their gig, you know. And I don't know, it's so interesting when you kind of learn more about, you know, how advertising works and how, you know, it doesn't always, that it's not really that effective. I mean, it is if we want to maintain free content, but there's that interesting balance of invest in the content that we want more of, even if it's not the most popular content, if that makes sense. And so I really like the idea. It's kind of like Patreon, but a bit different, where you get to support the people that you want. And even though, you know, YouTube or Patreon, they still take a cut, it's a less of a cut than, you know, advertising. I don't know, all very interesting. I'm a bit of a YouTube nerd. So thank you, Sammy. Yeah, super chat basically, because YouTube's trying to push this live streaming thing and longer form content. So there wasn't really much incentive for creators to do it, especially with Twitch, which is a newish live streaming service where people do get paid. You know, it's a lot easier to pay your creators directly, basically. So super chat is YouTube's version of that. So that little $sign down underneath where the comment, where you can chat, you can click on that and donate or give money or pay your favorite creators. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. A lot of people use it, you know, bigger creators will use it as the way that you can ask them a question. So, you know, everyone will be chatting, but because if you saw how Sammy's came up in bright yellow, it's really easy to see. It really stands out. So bigger creators who have lots and lots of people talking to them, you know, they'll say, you know, if you have a question, super chat me and I'll see it that way. So it's interesting. It's an interesting new dynamic. But one that hasn't really, obviously a lot of you don't know what it is, hasn't really entered our little world in terms of, you know, common usage, I suppose. I'll stop geeking out about YouTube now though. Yeah, I think you do have to enable it. I just have everything enabled automatically on mine, pretty much. Mostly because I'm curious to see how it works and what it looks like. But, you know, I'm not a big live streamer, and I know our community's not really into all of that stuff, but thank you, Sammy. I know what it means to get a super chat, and I love to support everything you do. Aw, that's very nice. I really need to blow my nose. Sorry, guys. I'll head off camera. That's live chatting for you. My hay fever's been so bad since I got back. Yeah, it is very nice. I haven't had a super chat before, so thank you for popping my super chat cherry. Oh, that actually sounds kind of cute. Anybody else having a cup of tea? I really want another one. I'm nearly out. I need to have a kettle and like a cup of tea set up right here. Coffee. I actually drank coffee in Timor. I don't like coffee, but Timor, that's one of the few things that they kind of, you know, grow a lot of themselves. And it was very strong. They give it to you everywhere. It was very strong. So I had a little bit. It's very bitter. I can't quite handle it. But anyway, can you tell us some cute channels that we might not know about to go and follow? Well, let me have a look. I don't know. Do you mean like in our community, like tarot pagan sort of people? Drinking a cup of chamomile tea. Mine is pretty much always just English breakfast with a bit of extra milk. Very boring, but it's my fave. Although I do sometimes drink rooibos and stuff like that too. Or a green tea. Hello Susan, thank you. New channels to follow, always great. I know. I did make a video not too long ago about my favorite tarot YouTubers, and I tried to include smaller ones in that. But let's have a look. Anything and everything. All right, I'm just gonna go through and yell out. Although, can I just say, if these people end up or have already said dicky things that I don't know about, like, this isn't me endorsing all of their political views ever. This is just me saying that the videos that I've watched by them I like. I feel like, wait, where's my button? I feel like that's a bit of an issue in our world sometimes, where if we say we like something, somehow people assume that that means we endorse everything that person has ever done or said. Not the case. I hope you guys, you know, it's pretty common sense, but maybe, I don't know. Anyway. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that video. It took me ages to put together. But I did. I liked it in the end. I love smaller spreads like that and use them all the time. Okay. These are going to be in alphabetical order. So not a smaller channel, but small in terms of the big scale of things, is Ash and Grace Space. I don't know if anybody knows Ash Hardell. She's a really awesome non-binary creator, or they no. Although I think they are fine with they don't mind which pronouns you use. I'm very tired and not being very friendly right now. I'm really happy I finally got there. Ah, hello Claudia. Yes, Ash Hardell. I love Ash. I've been watching Ash and Grace Space because they haven't been posting so much on Ash's channel. Yeah, is Ash still, like, what are the pronouns Ash is using now? I haven't been keeping up as much as I should have, but I love their channel, or their channels. Yes, okay, good, I'm glad. Have you guys know Ali Francis? She's pronoun indifferent. Yes, that's what I thought. I'm used to saying she because, you know, back when I started watching her, she was she. But then I know she kind of came out as non-binary. Then I remembered them saying that they didn't mind, and kind of liked the fact that people know how to gender them. Ali, can I post stuff? Ali is a tarot creator. I really like Ali. Hi, it's Ali. That's kind of how she starts her videos. She kind of like hangs around, makes a bunch of videos in one go, and then like goes off for a little while. But I really like Ali. Ali kind of is pretty candid about some previous experiences she's had with mental health stuff as well, which is, I'm all about that life. Who else? Who have I been liking lately? Well, here's another, like, it's funny, you know, in our community, 100,000 subscribers would be massive, but in, you know, the bigger YouTube community, it's not so much. Anna Russett, I like her too. She's just kind of, if you're into like internet culture and social media and understanding what it does to us, or just being curious about how all that stuff works, Anna's really cool. I like Anna. And her Instagram's really cool too. Ash. Who else do I like that? I don't know, that maybe people won't know about. Hi Katie, I love your videos. Where's this? What do you mean by that? Making connections between making an alternative spiritual path and mental health and wellness. Yeah, that's been a pretty big part of my journey, hey. Well, I'm glad you like those videos. Yeah, I think like a lot of us have been pretty impacted by mental illness and stuff. Hey, um, I don't know. Who have I been watching? I've been watching a lot of just dumb YouTube. Hey, and I don't want to tell you what it all is. Although Sammy, I think I told you, what my uh guilty pleasure has been of late, which I don't want to tell anybody. Again, you don't have to agree with somebody's politics to find their YouTube channel interesting, funny. Cheza, does anybody follow Cheza? Cheza out of nowhere? She kind of was a big part of our community. Well, not a big part, but she was in our community a little while ago. Now she does a little bit of everything. She's very interesting. Are you done? Are you guys done? Do you still want more video, more channels? I'm only at C. Oh, ContraPoints. Does anybody watch ContraPoints? It's one of those channels that I need to watch more of, but the videos are kind of long and dense. But they're very funny and well thought out too. I heard a theory once that mental illness and spiritual awakening can be two sides of the same coin. I have heard that before too. And I know that I have two feelings about that. I think it's very important to be careful in how we say that. Like, this is not directed at you. It's like the larger conversation. I think it's really careful because I have heard that kind of move into, you know, you don't have a mental illness. You need to go off your medication in order to have this spiritual awakening. I think that can be really dangerous. You know, so it's an interesting, I feel like there's some kind of connection between spirituality and mental health, but I don't know what that is, and I think it's really important to let people work that out on their own rather than provide like a prescriptive, this is how it is sort of approach. Yeah, like, yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, so I don't talk about that too much because I'm conflicted, you know, like I agree in part, but also I understand that there can be a really dangerous side to that view. So yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what I think. I don't know if any of that makes sense. But yeah, spirituality has been key in maintaining my mental health. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Is that Carmen? I totally agree with that. It's been the same for me. And I had my awakening during my biggest breakdown. So it's definitely, hello Carmen, it's definitely connected for me. Like there's no, I can't deny that. So yeah, and I think it's different for everybody. I think, you know, you guys will know that. I don't know, I'm just looking through my my subscriptions. Well, Danny Lang, do you guys know Danny Lang? I think I spoke about her recently. I love Danny. How sweet that you remember my name. Yeah, no, I remember. Well, you've been commenting on my videos for ages. I'm not very good with names, so that just goes to show. No, I've always really enjoyed chatting with you in the comments and stuff, and you've just started putting videos up, yeah? I need to, I'm very much looking forward to going and having a look sometime this week. Obviously didn't have a chance to while I was away, but very excited and proud of you. You super like me very much. Well, I super like you too. Who am I sharing now? Is anybody still interested in these YouTube video channels, or should I just stop? I don't remember who that was. I'm not going to post it now. Oh, I don't know. What are your favorite YouTube channels? Let me know. Yes, keep going, taking notes. Okay. Okay, well, do you follow Dead Serious Woo? That's in our community. She's amazing. Do you still want me to link them? Is that annoying, or should I do that? I'm not sure whether I'm being helpful or annoying. And I probably should write, you know, who I'm doing, but I can't type and everything as well. Yes, Dead Serious Woo. She is hilarious. She kind of showed up in January for the Ethany's January 31 Days of Tarot Challenge, but then she dropped off and I was very upset. But she kind of pops back in from time to time. Oh, Eagle in Flight was becoming one of my favorites too, but then she left. I think she had a bit of a challenging period of time in her life. That was sad. I still say stay subscribed to people though, even when they leave, because, you know, what if they come back? So I have a very long subscription. Okay, Eris Elizabeth. Eris, she's an Australian pagan. Used to be the Chaos Witch. She's amazing. Love her. Not least because she's Australian, but also just because she's very intelligent and, you know, has a clear point of view and perspective and opinion and isn't afraid to express that, but still does it in a very level, clear, approachable way. I don't know. I just feel like she's just got this very, I don't know. I wish I could be a little bit more like her, basically. I really appreciate how she is able to express herself, basically. I hope that makes sense. I really need my nose again. I wish I could like pause just for a little bit. Anya Auger. Anya Auger is literally my favorite pagan YouTuber ever and has been for years. Anya Auger. I didn't think to link her though, because, you know, well, she's actually last on the alphabetical list because of the way that she has the A, and also she has like more subscribers than me, like a lot more, I think. She's amazing though. Anyone who's interested in like an intellectual discussion about paganism and beliefs, especially around pantheism, she's incredible. Anybody want really funny Australian satire? Friendly Geordies. Again, don't agree with everything. I'm much more left-wing than him. But he's hilarious. And if you feel like making fun or laughing at Australian stereotypes, hilarious. Okay, so he hasn't posted a lot. Shay from Lyric Soul Tarot. I'll have to look this up. Yeah, Anya Auger is incredible. So is Imogen. Yes, Imogen is too. I just want to go and watch Friendly Geordies right now. Oh, too funny. I watch a lot of the Vlog Brothers, so I follow Hank Games and Hank's channel. Love those. Oh, Hank Games. Hank doesn't play on Hank Games. John does. So it's Hank Games without Hank. But I love those. Hannah Witten is one of my favorite YouTubers. She's a very sex positive relationships sort of and just lifestyle YouTuber. But she recently had she has ulcerative colitis, and she had a really bad flare up and had to have her colon removed. So she now has a stoma. And so she's been talking about that a bit too. And it's just been interesting to see how, you know, she's kind of grown into still loving her body and feeling sexy, even though her body is now a little bit different. So I love her. I know you love Shane, Sammy. I don't know. I feel like maybe I need to get back into Shane. Yeah, this is a silly channel. You know when you go through your subscriptions and you're just like, oh my god. This one that I'm about to post is Improve Your Accent. And he does the coolest videos where he breaks down why French people sound the way they do, or why Spanish people sound the way they do, or, you know, British versus American accents. I don't know. I just love that shit. I eat it up. So good. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing so hard. Probably just because I don't understand how I found that. But I love it. Jimmy0010. Does anybody follow Jimmy? I love Jimmy. He doesn't post nearly enough. I feel like if he posted consistently, he would be huge. But anyway, do you want me to stop yet? I'm only at J. I'm leaving all these pages open so I can go back and watch some videos. Oh no, I'm pretty well up to date on Jimmy's. I love Jimmy. And Friendly Geordies. And Hannah. Who am I kidding? I watch so much YouTube, it's not even funny. My tea's getting cold. Anyone interested in psychology and stuff? Katey Morton. She kind of just does like bite-sized little pieces of psychology. Anybody watch Universe Inside You? Blows my mind. Is that a YouTube channel? And then you guys all know the Kellys. Kelly Fitzgerald, Kelly Bear, Kelly Ann. Kick the PJ. Oh, so many of my old favorites don't post anymore. I don't want to share people who don't. And then I really love Lily Pebbles and Anna. What's her name? I just went blank. But Lily Pebbles and Anna. They're British beauty vloggers. I don't know why. I just love them. Won't post them. Oh, Lucy doesn't post anymore either. Lucy Moon. I don't love all of her stuff. I feel like she can be a bit, I don't know. But she made a video a little while ago about her problems with alcohol. So obviously that resonated a lot. And I do quite like her. Really miss Mirth and Reverence. Yeah, Annie. I do miss her. She pops on every now and then. I think she made a new channel. But yeah, Annie was one of the first, the OG pagan YouTubers. I miss her too. Anybody watch Mac Does It? I watched his Fortnite video like 2 hours ago. I don't remember. I just remember her mentioning, she probably doesn't post there either because I haven't seen anything from her in a long time. Sammy, I need you to do your Marzia. Hi, I'm Marzia. Marzia is also just, I don't know, she's just adorable. But, you know, 7 million subscribers isn't a small channel, is it? Hi, I'm gonna make some pasta. I don't know how to do, no, just stop it. She's adorable, I can't even. Oh, my tea is so cold. Nandora's Tarot. Does anybody? That's a tarot channel, but I love Naomi from Nandora. She's great. Her monthly notes. I love her monthly notes. Marzi is fucking adorable. It hurts. I just want to go. I'm talking about all of these. Oh, okay. One of my favorite YouTubers ever who does not post enough. Like, you're lucky if you get 5 videos from him a year. Nathan Zed. Nathan Zed. Like, this is what I want YouTube to be, is Nathan Zed. Also, I want a Good Enough hoodie, but they sold out. Everybody knows Annika from Nobody Here. If you don't, she's amazing. I don't know. There's a channel called Overthinking It that do really, really cringy, terrible videos on overthinking Eurovision. For anyone who's nerdy enough like me. Does anybody else want really dumb Australian humour? If you do, Aussie Man is your man. Aussie Man cracks me up. He basically just commentates, you know, those viral animal videos or viral, like, whatever. He just commentates it, but in a very, very broad Australian accent and swearing a lot. And it's hilarious. In my humble opinion. It's terrible, but it's hilarious. Okay, we're at the P's. I love Aussie Man. Okay, here's a small YouTuber in our community who does not get enough credit. Rainfire Dreaming. She's Australian. And I love her. very thoughtful, self-reflective videos. Very interesting. Kind of like, I mean, you don't want to equate people, but if you like Nobody Here and how she kind of really reflects on her own experience with tarot and the cards, and it's just really this flow of consciousness and exploration, and you want that with spirituality and paganism or alternative sort of spirituality, then Rainfire Dreaming. Oh, Hannah Gatsby. I love her so hard, and that special fucking ripped me open and made me sob for an hour afterwards. She's amazing. She's have you seen Please Like Me? It's this cute little, I think there's only 2 seasons, Australian show about a gay guy and his mother who's bipolar. It's a really, really beautiful show, and she's in it. I think, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I think she was suicidal and she met his mother in hospital or something. I don't know, it's been a long time. But anyway, yes, she's amazing, and that special was one of the most incredible things I've seen this year. Rosianna. Does anybody know Rosianna? I love her and her channel. Hello, hello. Yes, we're just going through my subscription list, and I'm sharing some of my favorite channels. When we're at S, so we're nearly done. I'm very sorry for anyone who's not interested in this at all. Oh, Rowan Ellis. Does anybody watch Rowan Ellis? Again, not a small channel by our standards, but small in the larger scheme of things. LGBTQ plus discussion info, sort of a, but she's also just really, really likable. Love Rowan. Sammy Menzo. Oh, look. Sexplanations is one of my favorite channels. Again, not a small one, but I'm all about that sex positivity, friends. Sexplanations is such a good channel. Love it. I feel like this is actually getting quite personal. Like, you're really starting to know who I am in a lot of ways. Like, you know, I feel like if you went through what somebody watches and listens to, you start to really get to know them. I don't know. Does that make sense? Super Sam stuff. Does anybody watch him? I don't know. I don't know that I have a huge amount in common with him. He's very into film, which I'm not so much, but he's just really softly spoken and interesting, and I don't know, just love his channel. Doesn't post as often as I'd like him to, though, which seems to be a theme with the people that I like. I feel like that's heaps. My tea is so cold. I'm in the W's. Anybody else I wanna? Wee wee blogs? Anybody who likes Eurovision will already know about them, so. Yodelinka. She's adorable. Okay, I'm gonna post a Eurovision thing, but basically Yodelinka, she represented Romania, not this year, last year, and she was the yodel. I don't know if anybody saw. They did a yodel rap. She basically has her own little vlog channel, and she's fucking adorable. Okay, that's it. We're at the end. Those are some of my favorite channels that I watched that aren't not a lot of YouTuber channels. I mean, tarot. So many good channels. I'm sorry, I should have like written who they were, but that would have been too difficult. But yeah, I hope you guys find a thing or two. I love YouTube. I think it's so amazing. I'm such a YouTube. Ugh, I watch more YouTube than I do almost anything else. I rewatch a lot of like shows. Like if I'm not rewatching Doctor Who, I'm rewatching Stargate or Merlin, or I'm just watching Harry Potter. Although I love Jane the Virgin, and the season 4 just got released on Netflix, so I'm watching that. But yeah, I have my favorite shows that I watch, and then I just watch too much YouTube. What are you gonna do? Oh, my tea is so cold. How long have we been here for? Oh, ages. Sorry. We're talking about YouTube for ages. So many channels, so many great and fun YouTubers. It's like a drug, better than TV. Isn't it? It's so good. Charmed series or Practical Magic the movie. I liked Practical Magic. And I did used to watch Charmed when I was younger. But I thought it was a bit scary. I'm not very good with scary things. I'm sure I wouldn't think it's scary now, but I thought it was scary back then. I rewatch everything and Blair hates it. He hates it. He's like, how many times have you seen this Doctor Who episode this week? Let alone ever this week. Why are you watching it again? Like, because it's good. Francis will always go, I don't like Friends. I'm sorry. I never did. Used to be on TV all the time and I just didn't find it very funny. Anyway. I get why people like it, and it is a fan favorite. Do you have a Book of Shadows? Yeah, I do actually. But it's not. I tried to do the whole, like when I first started. Sorry, Sammy, I wasn't having a go at you because you like Friends. A lot of people don't like I watch way too much sci-fi. Just heard that they're remaking Charmed and Buffy. Yeah, I heard about that. I do have a Book of Shadows. I tried to do like the proper like grimoire thing when I first started, but me being a perfectionist, it just got too stressful. So I ended up, where is it? I bought this beautiful book when I first, like ages ago. Sorry, a bit of a mess back there. I bought it on Etsy, and it's like this handbound book, and it's beautiful. And now where did I get it from? I still have the thing. Druid Journal on Etsy. Man Enchanted is where I got it. And it's just beautiful. And now I maybe I'll show you guys one day. I don't have a lot in here. I did, I posted a couple on Instagram, and so I have little just bits and pieces that, a lot of it's like things that I've read in books that are meaningful to me. Like I actually shared me doing this one. This is Anne of Green Gables. And then I think I've showed this before too. So it's not like I just have a little, like this is, I wrote about, I bought a prayer bead set from Crystal. And so I just kind of wrote about, you know, what stones she put in there and all of that. And then just little bits and pieces. I haven't colored them all in. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of put in whatever is inspiring. I feel like it's more a book of inspiration for me. That is like kind of wound up in what inspires me and brings me that sense of wonder and awe and beauty and connection, and a little bit of the more informative stuff as well. But yeah, this is a poem about Australia with my little kangaroos. Oh, I need to colour them in. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it's not like a poetry time. It's not like smooth poetry, hey. It's like corny Australian bush poetry. I'll read a little bit of it. I'm not very good at reading poetry. You know how some people just have like that flow. I never read poetry growing up. But yeah, it's called The Outback and it's by Philip R. Rush. I think I read a little bit of this one time for you guys. I don't know. The harshness of the outback is reflected in the screech of the cockatoos are crying from their lookout beyond reach. Or, I can't even read my own writing. Or the hoarse and tuneless cawing? Cawing, caw, you know, the crow sound of the dusty blackened crows as a mob of roos lies resting in a heat-induced repose. There's a dreaming in the outback that tells of times long gone, of ancient folk still present as the dream lingers on, of those whose very being is part of rock and sand, of those whose very spirit still occupies the land. It's just really, I don't know, very Australian. I just really like it. I don't know. It's very corny. And it goes on a little bit further. It's not your awesome sex poetry, Imogen, but I do like it. I think I just like, I'm not very good at reading it out loud, so I feel a bit like I'm not doing it justice. Where was the bit I really liked? Yeah, there are colours in the outback that are rich beyond compare, in the red heart of the desert, in the flowers bright and fair, in the clouds of grey and purple as the thunderstorms roll by, in the stunning oak red ranges and the clear cerulean sky. There's a silence in the outback that is infinitely deep, where one can well imagine that time himself is asleep. Where the quiet calm of evening is a gift one cannot find in the city streets and suburbs that we've thankfully left behind. There's a calling that's insistent. There's a calling that today calls clearly from the outback in a most compelling way. Speaks through the timeless mountains and from the desert sand. Come see and feel and wonder and know my spirit grand. I don't know. Just makes me want to get out there. Yes, Imogen's sex poetry. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, gotta love that yellow demonetized button. Hey, I don't know. I reckon you'd probably get away with it. But no, I love that. I love that poetry so much. Yours, that is. Yeah. So it's a bit of a cheesy, like kind of kids sort of level poem, but I really liked it. Got me wanting to go out bush. I think the idea of outback Australia is very potent to me. Anyway, yeah, that's my little book. Not a lot in here. And it's nothing too fancy. Just like a collection of the things that matter to me, if that makes sense. I don't even remember who asked me that. Oh. Does anybody have any requests for videos for me to make? Because I have some that I want to make, but I don't know whether I actually will. But yeah, I need to make some videos in the next week or so because I only have 2 scheduled left. And that stresses me out. I like to be in front. What's your life path tarot card? Now I forget what you know how there's like a life path and a soul card and all of those. I think my life path is that the Empress or the Hanged Man. It's one of those, but those are the, and then the World is like my shadow card or my, you know, the 3 is my thing. Live chat, hang out with you, Sammy. Oh, I thought you'd never ask. I mean, we'd have to sort out a time and everything, but I'm up for whatever, girl. As long as you don't mind me being a bit weird and awkward, and as long as I can have a cup of tea. Favorite tarot cards video. Is that my favorite cards overall? Like as in my favorite card is the Hanged Man, or, you know, favorite cards in terms of how they're depicted from different decks? That could be fun. Well, Imogen, I get to see you and Sammy live all the time, which are like some of my favorite live chats on Instagram. I don't really watch live chats on Instagram, except you two. Oh, that's very nice, Imogen. I would really like to see some more videos focused on paganism and witchcraft. Yeah, I don't think I've been making as much of that lately because my path has changed a lot and it's a lot less outward focused, so it's harder to make videos on. You know, if you're more, you know, my spirituality, a lot of it is sex magic and bushwalking. You know, that's not the easiest stuff to talk about. Although, Imogen, the video you made recently, what did you call it? About your stressed out vagina. I have so many feelings about that. Obviously I've had a different experience to you, but I feel like, I mean, I don't want to assume that I know you, but it's been a different thing, but I've had a really shitty vagina experience the last 2 years too. And it's funny, isn't it? Like, we kind of think of, you know, especially like we're in our 20s and people are like, you know, that's, I don't know. Like, I got a lot of very dismissive comments from doctors and stuff when I ended up like seeking help. Ended up having a surgery I didn't need that only made more problems. Messed up. Bodies, hey? More vagina videos. Maybe I will make some videos about sex magic. I don't know. I wasn't sure. Have a chat with my vagina. Maybe I'll make a video about, I don't know. I don't know if you, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Would you? For me? I don't know. I don't know how good like, I'm an open book, partly through defiance. Like, I really, really think it's important to be open and honest, especially with topics that we want to shy away from. I just don't know if I'm always the best at actually doing that. I'm not exactly sure how I would frame it. Like, do I just make a video just to chat and tell you guys what has happened? Or do I try and make it useful and informative? I don't know. I'm basically just talking out loud right now, like thinking out loud. Just spitballing with you guys. But yeah, sex magic. It's pretty much the only type of magic I do anymore. And partly because it's the most fun kind of magic. But also I just think it's really powerful. And for me, that includes, like, that, you know, sex with other people, sex with myself, whatever. Just, it's potent. It's potent. Yeah. Oh, you like my vlogs? I think you and 10 other people. I love them. They're like one of my favorite videos. I go back and watch my vlogs all the time. Is that weird? Totally true though. If I'm feeling a bit down, I'll go and watch one of my vlogs where, you know, Mum and I went for a walk or something and my dogs are being adorable. So my vlogs, I love my vlogs. But I know a lot of people, I get messages being like, you're a tarot channel, can you please stop making vlogs? And I'm like, nah. That's actually another video I want to make. Oh God, I turn into a gossipy little chat when I'm on live chat, don't I? Yeah, I want to make a video about the things that I get tired hearing as somebody who makes videos. Is that really? No, but I shouldn't. I love making a vlog and I don't feel like it has a... Yeah. They're not very popular. Like, they're some of the least watched videos on my channel, but the people who love them. And I'm one of those people. Like, I don't think I'd be able to do like a Vlogmas thing again like I did in 2016. Sammy. Oh, I just have a lot of feelings about, I don't know. Like, the majority of people who watch my videos are supportive and kind and generous, and it's this great mutual relationship. And then there's just that small percentage of people who think that their creators owe them more and owe them so much more. And I just think that entitlement it's fucked up. You know, like, if I make a 5-hour video and I just get emails demanding more from me in terms of time and emotional labor, like, I really struggle to comprehend how people think that that's okay. And sometimes that gets me pretty down. Also, it's your channel. Why do people think they're in a position to dictate your content? Totally. Yes. I think people don't quite understand how much time it takes to make videos. And I mean, I know I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I probably spend more time than I really need to or should on my videos. But, you know, like, it's a lot of work. Just don't watch a video you're not interested in. I agree. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a very opinionated person, IRL. And I feel like I don't always, occasionally I'll put that online, but I don't always. Because it's just kind of exhausting. You know, one thing for people to disagree with you and have a discussion, but it's another to kind of have your inbox full of people who have decided that you're basically a terrible person because, you know, you don't like their favorite deck or something. It's a very strange world we live in. But anyway, that's my little bitch for the week. Oh, thanks for keeping me company, guys. It's weird being back home, you know, especially on a study tour. I had every minute of my day organized by other people, and now I'm like, what do? I don't know what to do. I'm really tired of hearing people constantly, not me, thank you, complaining about card borders or the tiny copyright printed on the cards. I get it. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I get why people sometimes we all have our pet peeves, right? But it's kind of like, yeah, we have copyright on cards. Yeah, some of the borders are shit. I mean, mention it, but, you know, it doesn't need to take up 15 minutes of a video. I get that. Hello. I mean, you did admit you don't like Friends shows. Oh, Sammy, yes, okay, fair enough. You have every right to hate me. Because I have a terrible taste in TV show. Yeah, that's one of the negatives, having to justify why you feel the way you do. Yeah, and I mean, I'm fine with, you know, being asked to explain my reasoning or something like that, but, yeah, I don't know. It just sometimes feels like, you know, there's a lot that goes into putting yourself out there and trying to, you know, entertain other people or to inform other people or whatever, that sometimes it feels like it's, I don't know, it's a weird place to find yourself in. That's one of the negatives, yeah. And knocking on their deck boxes. Yeah, it's almost like a bit of ASMR, hey. Hey! How are you, Tara? Oh. I don't like it either, Imogen. It gives me like, it just makes me feel really, like, I suppose it's that response. I always hear people talk about, like, you know, the tingles up the neck. For me, it's like the shivers up the neck, like, ugh. Yeah, not a fan. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. Knocking on boxes. Yeah. As in, do you mean to kind of like demonstrate that it's like a hard box? Or do you mean like constantly doing it? I don't understand. Because I feel like I might do that every now and then. Like, oh look, it's a hard box. Yeah. Well, that's nice. I'm glad. Pull you an oracle card. Oh. I mean, the deck that I have here is the Life Design. And I use this deck with the book. I drew this card for myself this afternoon. A sturdy box. I think I've done that before. Yeah, me too. I'm very out of practice with readings. I don't want to do a reading. I feel very self-conscious now. Can I just draw you a card and read the thingy? Is that really lame? Oh, okay. Oh. I've drawn one card for myself in like 2.5 weeks. Yes, no pressure. Well, I really love this deck. I don't know. I've never done like group readings. We can all interpret it together. How fun. Yeah, because I don't know what to focus on or what to I don't know. I really struggle with the group readings. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know how to frame it in my brain. Yeah, the life design cards are amazing. Not uncomfortable. Just it's not really my thing. But I love that other people do it. I suppose it's just one of those things that I'm very comfortable in my little box of my comfort zone. I liked your review of my Urban Tarot. My unboxing, yes, was not a review. My reviews are a little bit different, but unboxings are fun, and that was a bit of a walkthrough, wasn't it? I don't know, I filmed it ages ago. Oh, I love this deck. I just love the cardstock too. I did end up getting the book for the Urban Tarot. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, I didn't mean to. That wasn't like a... You know what I mean, Carmen. I'm just a bit of a... That's one of my pet peeves, actually. Not against you, but against... Not against. It's getting late, so I'm not speaking very well. I'm going to offend somebody. One of my pet peeves is when people uploading content call an unboxing a review. Or a first impressions, a review. I'm very careful to label them appropriately because to me they are very different things. Oh, excuse me. It's getting late. All right, I'm just gonna, I don't know, draw a card. It's funny, isn't it? Like, I do this all the time, making videos, right? And I'm even getting a little bit less nervous about the live thing. But then pulling cards in front of a bunch of people online, all of a sudden I'm nervous. I feel weird. Okay, stop shuffling, Katey. Just, can I have a card, please? There we go. Oh, I love this card. Discover simplicity through the senses. That just got me thinking about how I'm overthinking it. I'm way overthinking it. Just go back to the simple things. What are you feeling, babe? I do love this deck, though. I love how simple it is and how clear it is. And it's kind of separated into different suits. And so this one is a spring card. Isn't that nice? And it's so pretty. I know my video quality is terrible, but I hope you guys can kind of see that. I'll read the little thing. Though you are infinitely complex, find serenity and peace through simple things. Listen to or play music and become absorbed by its hypnotizing rhythm. Utilize your senses to ground yourself through physical activities. It's beautiful. I need to go for a bushwalk, is what I got from that. I haven't gone for a bushwalk in like a month, and like that's my way of tuning in. And I was just thinking of like the songs of the birds, and the you know the music the leaves make and everything. And that is my way of getting into my senses, getting into my body. So I suppose. What's your thing? What's your thing for bringing it back? Bringing it back to the simple things and just letting your senses move you through the world in a way that is really just calm and grounded and true to yourself. That's so much of it for me. Unrelated curiosity. Do you have trains in Australia? Sorry. Yes, we have trains in Australia. Although not everywhere, to be fair. Yes, we have trains in Australia. There's a lot of trains in Melbourne. That's the main way I get around. Trains are great. We have trams as well in Melbourne. I think we have the biggest like working tram network in the world. or something. We have buses too, but they suck. But yes, we have trains. DBT-esque, yes. Oh, DBT. Love DBT. I was listening to a YouTube playlist this morning and making my coffee. Oh, isn't that perfect? It is. It's so much about just, you know, we get so in our heads. We overcomplicate everything, like literally what I was just doing. And it's like, babe, just come back. Come back to the simple things. Come back to right here. It's fine. You've got it. I'm talking to myself now. Being embodied and present is hard for me, still working on that. I think it's hard for a lot of us. So yeah, you're not alone. But there's a lot that we can do, and it's so much about getting back to the simple things. They don't have to walk barefoot through the bush. Who's this? Oh, wait, I'm confused. You have the biggest tram thing because everything is all on the coast and absolutely nothing in the middle. No, so Melbourne is just a city, and so Melbourne is just tram. Like, we have trams in Melbourne. We don't have trams everywhere else. There's like one tram line on the Gold Coast or something, but we don't have trams everywhere. So Melbourne, like the city, has a tram network. But yes, there is a lot of space in the center of Australia. Australia isn't like a continent. We are a country. The continent is like Australasia, which kind of includes like Asia Pacific, some of it, and New Zealand. Although they think that New Zealand might be the 8th continent. I don't know. I just watched a video on that not too long ago. They're arguing basically that the continental shelfy thing that New Zealand is on is large enough to be considered its own continent, which is very interesting. Would love to visit Australia one day. Do it. There's a lot of really great stuff about it. Was just curious. There's a very loud cargo train outside my window right now. Yeah, I live about a 10-15 minute walk from our train station, which is awesome. And there's like tram and bus stops right outside. So when we moved here, we didn't even bother buying a car, because it's just everything's so accessible, which is amazing. Yeah, I think we get called a continent because like Australia is the biggest landmass on but you know, it's a bit unfair for poor like Fiji and stuff to call it the Australian continent. The bush terrifies me. Everything wants to kill you. It's really not that bad, hey. I mean, just wear socks so snakes don't get you. And spiders, you know, they come inside when it's going to rain. And it depends where you are as to how big they are. They're bigger up north. Although, I don't know. Just don't go swimming in a river up north where there's crocodiles. Cassowaries are scary. Don't fuck with them. They're still the animal that I'm most scared of because they're basically dinosaur birds. With giant, like, just look, they're terrifying. But everything else, just keep out of its way, really. Aussie bugs are as big. Well, I think they have bigger bugs in like Asia regions. We don't have huge bugs. Visited Melbourne before and I loved it. The hardest part was saying the name like the locals, Melbourne. Yeah, not Melbourne. It's the same with people with cans. They say Cairns. We don't pronounce the R's. Melbourne, Cairns. Wouldn't fancy finding a snake in my loo. That does happen every now and then. Because they get up through the pipes. It's never happened to me. I've never seen it. But I've heard of it happening. The worst thing that I had once was, this is in Queensland. We have big huntsman spiders. And we lived kind of in a bush region. Like it was rural. Like on the outskirts of a city. So there was much more bush. And I went in to hop in the shower. And I just hopped in the shower and turned the water on. I don't do that anymore, because what happened was a giant spider, as soon as the water started coming out of into this, as soon as the water started going down into the drain, this giant spider came up out of the drain and like onto my leg. And it wasn't massive, but it was big. It was big enough to be scary. And so now I turn, like, I'll be out of the shower, turn the water on, wait a few seconds, and then hop in, because that has scarred me. That was terrifying. Yeah, the big spiders are my thing, and cassowaries. And also, just don't swim in the ocean if you're in North Queensland, because then you'll die. I don't know. It's just like, I'm scared of bears. Like, the idea of bears is terrifying to me, but people who live in those areas, you know, bears are just bears. Just don't piss them off. You know, that's kind of how we feel about crocs and spiders. Love snakes, but hell no. Yeah, no, that'd be bleh. Pictures of videos and giant animals and insects that we end up thinking that living in Australia is like living in Jurassic Park. It's really not, especially if you're in urban areas. Nope. We had that issue before we renovated. The wall had rotted through, spiders, slugs. Ugh, yeah. Bears keep to themselves mostly. Well, so do most of the animals here. Hey, like, they're not out hunting for you. Just don't be around them during mating or when they wake up. Yeah, sounds like a magpie. Because you're... Imogen. Irukandji. They're like these tiny, tiny little jellyfish that you can't even see, but they have really long stingers. And they're in the waters in kind of like North Queensland, and they kill you. It doesn't happen very often, because most people know not to be an idiot and swim up there during stinger season. But yeah, that's a painful death. Don't do that. I'm from South Florida, and everyone in the US wonders how we survive with the wildlife. Yeah, so I think it's like wherever you live, the animals there are normal to you. Hey. I think Australia is just so far away, and our animals are quite different to a lot of animals that are in, you know, like Europe and America. So, you know, although kangaroos are adorable, but they can be really, really dangerous. Especially the big reds. Like, they can be really aggressive, and they do. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They get up on their tail and kick. And their kick is hugely powerful. So... kangaroos are assholes. Yeah, they can be dicks sometimes. Would really like to see videos of your land when you go out for a walk. I've done heaps of vlogs of walks and stuff. Well, not heaps, but I have a few vlogs of walks that I've done. I think I have a playlist of my vlogs, so you should look at that, Carmen. And I don't like to vlog all the time when I'm out walking, because, you know, one, I gotta be keeping an eye out for the snakes, right? But also sometimes you just want to switch everything off. Just don't go into bodies of water. Yeah, don't do that. Especially up north. See, a lot of the big scary things are up north. So if you're that scared, just stay down south, and then be careful of the spiders. And the snakes if it's in summer. But if you're scared of the crocs and the sharks and just come down south. Having you seen glowing water off the coast? The glowing algae. Are you asking me if I've seen the glowing algae? No, I haven't. Imogen, am I freaking you out? I'm so sorry. I'm sure you guys have scary things. I just always think of like little fairies and shit running around in England. Sorry. Florida is the toilet of the US. That's so mean. It's not the animals, it's how many stories of stupid people. Is that the Florida man joke? Where it's like they just release like pretty much everything as the Florida man. I read like a meme about that. Long winter snow keeps the bug population small and non-poisonous here. That's good. I will look at those vlogs. Enjoy. Heaps. Add to that words Americans don't use much. Heaps. Oh, like you don't use the word heaps much? Really? Oh, that's so weird. So I know you're into Aboriginal stuff. Abo is definitely derogatory. What first got you into that culture? I wouldn't say I'm into Aboriginal stuff. I'm interested in the history and the culture so that I can be more respectful. And because, you know, it's the oldest living culture in the world, so I think there's just value in maintaining and respecting and supporting it. And also just like the human rights issues are really important to me. But I don't include any Aboriginal stuff in my spiritual practice because to me that's appropriative. Also on that list is bits and bobs and cuppa. See, I think those are Britishisms that we've inherited. We definitely have a lot of Britishisms, and then we have our own stuff. But then we also have some of the American stuff. We're kind of just a bit of a... We're the toilet of the world. No, not really. That's a bit mean. Heaps isn't common slang. We use it a lot. We use it heaps, hey. I sound so Australian when I'm live. Oh. We have a little fairy garden in our street. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. I love fairies. No, but we should. I guess we would say tons instead of heaps. Yeah, we don't really say tons that much. I mean, sometimes we do, but I think we say heaps more. 5:44 a.m. Ugh. It's 10:45 here. Okay, I have to go. Thanks, Sammy. Oh, you got Witchy Book Club. Oh, okay. When are you doing Witchy Book Club? I should shut off before you start. That could be a great video. Tell us about your researches and what it means, represents to you. Are you talking about Aboriginal culture or something else? I'm not sure. I dated an Aboriginal as a teen and I had no clue with an Aboriginal back then. Aussies aren't very common here in WA. WA. Western Australia? No. Washington? Is that... I love hearing Aussie slang. Most of it is swear words, which I'm careful not to use too much on here. Although, yeah, I did notice, I called someone a dropkick the other day. Everyone's like, what does that even mean? Oh, Witchy Book Club, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, how exciting. When is the Witchy Book Club? What the hell is a dropkick? Like a dickhead, a tosser. Do you use tosser? Yeah, just a bit of a low life. A drop kick is like in football, you drop the ball and then you kick it. So that's just, we call people drop kicks. I think that's a little bit bogan. Yes, about the history of ancient native culture. I have made a video about how I am careful not to assume the role of an expert as far as Aboriginal culture and history is concerned. So I've made a video discussing that and also linked to a bunch of resources if you want to learn a little bit more. Tosser, yeah, okay, good. We use wanker, tosser, dickhead, and then we do use the C word pretty liberally. Probably not so much down here in Melbourne, but definitely up north. We have a joke where we call the people we don't like mates, and we call our mates something starting with C. Who hosts the book club? That's Sammy. Sammy does. Don't forget plonker. Plonker? Yes, that's the word. I'm not using it because I know not everybody likes it. Plonker, I've never used plonker. It sounds funny. That sounds British to me. Yeah, I feel like the C word, it can be empowering in certain ways. But for Australia, it's kind of just it's just a swear word. I don't know. Like, I don't think it has the weight that it does in America. Like, it's still a really bad word, but it's kind of like fuck, you know? Like, it's a bad word, but it doesn't have this kind of charged weight behind it, if that makes sense. Trump being a plonker. Those placards of, like, the British hating on Trump were so good. You Brits, you know how to throw some shade in the nut. Oh, did you guys see all those photos of, like, the anti-Trump or, like, the anti-Trump rally in, was it London? Oh, that was funny. Yeah. I don't know. I can't really comment on that, Tara. I don't really know. It's just a different, it's interesting how similar our cultures are, but still so different. Yes, I loved those placards. I loved the one with the really, really milky white weak tea. And it's like he would make a tea like this, or don't give him the good biscuits, queen, or whatever. I laughed so hard. Yeah, okay, I'll link Sammy's and then I'll head off, hey? I'm just talking shit now. I really don't think I should leave this up because it's not a very good, interesting video. But I'm really glad you guys are here to chat with me. Where's Sammy? Samantha Menzo. Hi, my name's Sammy. I can't say Sammy. Like, even your name's like Tara. Like, that's how you say your name, Tara. But I say Tara. Yes, please throw as much shade as possible for the orange asshole. Yeah, obviously I'm a hard lefty, so not a fan of Trump. The word C can be empowering for women in the way N can be empowering for the people of color. Yeah, yes, spelt with, yeah. Thanks, Imogen. I'm heading off in a minute too. Yeah, see, I get that, Carmen, but the C word doesn't have that weight for us in Australia that, you know, the N word might. Like, it just doesn't. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's just not a very interesting... I don't feel like I've been very entertaining. But anyway. Okay, well, thanks, guys. Is it wrong to copy a card to paste in your journal? No, I think that's just personal use. That's fine. Anyway, yeah, that's fair enough. I don't particularly like them either. We just use them. I don't use the N word, because that definitely does have weight behind it. But anyway, this chat was basically what YouTube videos I watch and Australian swear words. Glad you enjoyed it. Well, anyway, guys, it's lovely to be back. I have a video going up tomorrow, and hopefully be pretty regular scheduling from now on. And I don't have any plans to do chats like regularly or whatever, live chats that is, just because, you know, my life and my schedule and my partner's schedule and stuff, it's all very up in the air, and our internet connection is terrible, and we've just had our date pushed back for the NBN again. So I don't have any like plans of doing, you know, a weekly chat or anything, but I'll pop in from time to time, and I'll probably, the easiest place to let you know is Instagram. So if you don't already, follow me on Instagram. Otherwise I'll just randomly pop in from time to time. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We chatted for way longer than I intended, but I hope you had fun, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.